In Game Arts, we did an unboxing of the offline product game review. This is Koya and the 5 Pirates of Mira for the PlayStation 5. To jump right into it, this physical copy here is just the base vanilla version of the game, so the on-disc version is 1.0. Now, come to my surprise, there were no updates available since the time of this video, so that was extremely nice to see. So it's very interesting to see a 1.0 version of a game nowadays and not have no updates, as well as there were no DLC that I could find. So I'm not going to claim that there won't be updates down the road or DLC or whatever like that, but at the time of this video there were none, and this is a completely functional game. As like always, I play all my games completely offline with an unregistered account, and I didn't experience any game breaking bugs or issues. The game worked perfectly at the beginning and end for me. Now, you immediately probably noticed this is the Japan version of the game. There is a PAL version available. I will try to provide links to both the Japan and the PAL version. Now, the PAL version is more like a collector's edition, which is a higher price. I was a little skeptical about that. I didn't really care to have a collector's edition, so I saw this Japan version and I was very interested in it. Now, what is also very interesting is that this Japan version in the languages only supports English and many other, like, I guess, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, simplified Chinese, but it didn't show any, like, European languages, Spanish, German, Italian, and so forth. Now, I don't know if that's just because this is the Japan version, and if you got the PAL version, the collector's edition, that might have more language support. I don't have that version, so I'm not making no promises what the difference between that PAL version or this Japan version, and maybe even that PAL version may have updates. I don't know. But I will try to provide links to both of them. But I've covered this Japan version, and as I said, it didn't have any issues or problems or even updates. It just does not have many language supports other than English, unless you have Asian region, Japan, Chinese, and so forth. Now, as well, I was still unlocking trophies with my unregistered account. Now, this is a main, if you're probably wondering why this game seems a bit particular, this is a game that really caught my eye personally. Now, this isn't the first game actually in this universe, if you will. The original first game was the Summer of Mira, which is more of like a farming simulator game, something along the lines of Stardew Valley. And now, after playing this game, I'm very intrigued to pick up the Summer of Mira, the original first game, because I remember seeing this game, the Koya and the 5 Pirates of Mira, have a Kickstarter. I didn't support it or anything like that, but I remember seeing it. So it was very interesting to see that they got the funding and got the backing and released this game. And overall, they released a fairly decent running platformer. The game isn't anything revolutionary or anything that's going to blow you away. The game does have surprisingly good music and soundtrack. Graphically, the game is gorgeous. I love the simplistic graphics and so forth. And the gameplay is fast, fluid, and very smooth with little to no issues. I didn't experience any frame rate issues or anything like that. It generally was a decent experience. It's just nothing a unique experience, if that's what you're looking for in terms of your platforming. But overall, I did enjoy the game. It's a very straightforward story. You play as Mira, and you get tasked with trying to save the island of Mira with the pirates causing mischief for you to become a pirate. It's a very interesting, child-friendly kind of story. So if you're very interested in looking for a game for your kids or a significant other that might enjoy these kind of more simplistic games or platformer or cuter games, this is right up the alley. The game wasn't that difficult. The game wasn't that difficult for me. There were special challenges in terms of like doing a speed run through levels to get like gold trophies and collectibles and stuff like that, which allow you to get more outfits and special upgrades and stuff like that in terms of like your backpack, your ship, and so forth. But I played the whole thing in pretty much one sitting, and I got the platinum trophy with the game. And it was a fun platinum to get. Though it did get a little repetitive because they didn't really break up the mechanics of the game, because you only basically have like 4 game modes. There is the one you're seeing right now in terms of like a typical like over fixed camera angle platforming. You have a swimming moment where you're kind of think of something like Donkey Kong Country, where you're kind of swimming around in a 2D style playthrough. There's a sprint race one where you're running really fast. You gotta jump over platforms and stuff like that. And then there's another one where it's kind of like a claw machine thing where you're lowering this claw to pick up a treasure at the bottom of the sea. And that's pretty much it. It does get near the end, a little repetitive because it's just the same thing over and over and over. Gather up all the things, try to get the gold trophy, and that's about it. and I didn't really have any struggles or challenges in the game. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I still enjoyed myself, and that's what matters. The other thing that maybe what I will get on to the game altogether is there were some pointless levels. There were literal levels that only took you like 20 seconds for the gold trophy because all you had to do was just run to 1A, to run to 1B to talk to someone, and you beat the level. That was a little disappointing. Come on, we could do a little better than that, than having just a run here, talk to this person, you beat the level. We could do a little better than that. Come on. But overall, I actually really enjoyed myself. This is definitely an interesting little 3D platformer if you're interested in it, or if you're looking for a game for an easy platinum. This is a good one to pick up too. It was fun. It took me about, I think it was around 14 hours to run through the entire thing and 100% complete the game. And I could definitely see myself coming back to it. It had very charming music, very charming characters, and the overall artwork and artistic design was good. And the platforming was fun. What more could you ask? It was really up to my alley. And I've always talked about, I love super cute things, and it's just as much as I love super dark things. And I think the developers did a good job with this one, so I highly recommend this. Now, again, this is the Japan version. I know nothing about the PAL version. I don't know, so I don't have an opinion. I can't imagine it being that vastly different compared to each other, but I don't want to assume anything. I will only, like I said, I will provide links to the Japan and the PAL version so you can look at it and decide which one you would like to cover. I only know the Japan version, which is well worth a pickup. So like always, I will try to provide links on the description. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next unboxing video. Bye-bye!